Alright, here I want to show you how to solve this question. That is question 2, as you can see on the screen. Before I move to the solution to this question, I will urge you to subscribe to this channel so that whenever I upload a new video, you get a notification. And then the work that I'm doing here is a raw work. What I mean by that is that you will see how I handle the compass, the set squares, and how I draw everything. This is not an animated work, it's a work that is good for you, most especially when you are preparing for an exam like WAEC, NECO, and so on. So subscribe to this channel, share my videos with friends who are technical drawing students, and also like this video and other videos that you see in my channel. Thank you for listening and for watching. So let's solve this problem. As we can see here, question 2 is the question that I want to solve. The question says that figure 2 shows the front elevation of a truncated hexagonal prism with the cutting plane YY. This is the diagram that this question is talking about. Then let's look at what we are asked to do here. Here we have that draw full size in first angle projection the Roman figure 1, giving view Roman figure 2, end view in the direction of arrow X, Roman figure 3, plan, and Roman figure 4, true shape of the cut surface. So these are the questions that we have to solve. This is the diagram given to us, but I will quickly say something about the diagram before we move to fully to the solution. Now, from this point to this point, the height is 45 millimeters, and then the cutting plane YY is inclined at an angle 30 degrees to this horizontal line. And then here we have that distance across corner. Distance across corner is 60 millimeters. Then arrow X that we are asked to follow to produce the end view is this. Now, this is the front elevation of an hexagonal prism. So we have to produce the plan, and then we produce this front view. You cannot draw the front view without producing the plan. So you have to start with the plan, and that's what I'm going to show you now. Let's look at it. Alright, so as we have here, the first thing that you need to do is to draw a vertical center line. Draw a vertical center line. So I'm not going to hide anything. This video will be a complete video. I'm not going to hide anything for you. Then you draw a horizontal center line. Then you take your compass. You are told that the distance across corner is 60 millimeters. So divide 60 by 2, that will give you 30. So you take a measurement of 30 millimeters on your ruler. Take a measurement of 30 millimeters. So I'm doing it here. Take a measurement of 30 millimeters on your ruler. Then put the pinpoint of the compass at this point here and draw a circle. Draw a circle like this. Alright, after drawing the circle, divide the circle. Okay, just put your compass, put the pinpoint of your compass at this point and make an arc up here. Then you make an arc down. Then you bring it to this point here. Then draw an arc up, draw an arc down. Because you want to draw hexagonal prism, a hexagonal prism. So the plan is an hexagon. It's an hexagon, a six-sided polygon. So join this point together with this point like this. So I want to show you how you can do it, do everything. Then join this point with this point. Then So you join this point together, and then so join this point together with this. Join this point together, and the last one is this. Join this point together. Alright, so this is an hexagon. This is an hexagon. So the next thing that we need to do, we are going to label this as, or number this as 1. This is 0.2. This is 0.3. This is 0.4. This is 0.5, and this is 0.6. The numbering is very, very important. The numbering is very, very important. So the next thing that we are going to do is that, so produce a vertical line from each of these points. All right. So 0.2 and 0.6, they are the same point. So just draw a vertical line from 6. Because 0.2 and 0.6 are the same point. 3 and 5, they are also at the same point. So draw a vertical line from 5. Then draw a vertical line from 4. Alright, so having done this, the next thing that you need to do is move your T-square up a little bit. And so you draw the baseline of the hexagon. Draw the baseline of the hexagon. So as you can see, as we saw in the diagram, that the height is 45 millimeters. So take a measurement from this point here. Take a measurement of 45 millimeters. So this is 45 millimeters here. Alright, before I move on, I'm going to replicate this numbering here based on what we have here. This point is 0.1. So I'll call it 1 prime. This point here, this is 2 and 6. So call it 2 prime, 6 prime. Then this is 3, 5. So this point here will be 0.3 prime, 5 prime. Then this point is 0.4 prime. Alright, the next thing I'm going to do is that the cutting plane is inclined at an angle 30 degrees to the horizontal line. So you take your 30 degrees set square, so you put it at this point. This is where we have 45. So you put it like this. So put it like this. Okay. Alright, so then you draw the cutting plane. So draw the cutting plane. So this is the cutting plane now. So this is the cutting plane YY. Alright, so having done this, so the next thing that you need to do is to make sure you can see this line when we are looking at this, the front view of this object. So you make this thick, make it thick. Alright, so we have drawn the given views. Now, looking at what we have here, this is a solid object. So the cutting plane cuts a part of this object. So by the time we remove the upper part, we are going to see the top surface here. It will look rough. It will look rough. So to show the roughness, so we are going to show the roughness in the plan. So what I mean by that is that I need to draw arching lines. I need to arch this surface. I need to arch this surface. So to draw arching lines on this surface here, you take your 45 degrees set square and you draw. So make sure the arching lines are equally spaced and they are parallel to each other. So you can see the way I'm doing it here. Just take your time to do it. So I don't want to hide anything. I want you to see it how it is done. Very simple. As I said that you should subscribe to this channel. This is not an animated work. This is the kind of work that you will never forget, because you can see how it is being done. So just take your time to do it, so you don't have to rush. Alright, almost done with this. Okay, alright, so this is how it should be done. So the next thing that I'm going to do is that we have drawn the given view, we have drawn the plan already. Then the next thing I'm going to do is to draw the end elevation in direction, end view in direction of arrow X. So how do you do that? So what you need to do is this. This line, you extend it to the right side, because arrow X goes in this direction. It goes in this direction, so the end view in direction of arrow X will be on the right of the front elevation. So also you extend this line, and then you also extend this line. Then you extend this line also. Okay, so after that, I'm going to number this point. So the cutting plane, it cuts 1 at this point. It cuts line 1 at this point. So this is 0.2 and 0.6. 0.2 and 6, and then this is 0.3 and 5, and this is 0.4. Alright, so I believe you can see. So the next thing I'm going to do is that from each of these points, I'm going to produce horizontal lines to the right side. So this is it. Horizontal lines to the right side. So this line is a center line. I may draw it, I may decide not to draw it, so it's not compulsory. Then so you draw a horizontal line from here, and you also draw the horizontal line from here. Alright, so having done this, so the next thing we are going to do is that, so we are going to draw a vertical line. So draw a vertical line from here. So just move away from this and draw a vertical line. Then, so come to this point. The space between the plan and the front elevation, just take a little space. So draw your horizontal line to this side from this point. Now take your 45-degree set square, set it at this point, and draw an inclined line. Draw an inclined line like this. Yeah, okay, so draw an inclined line. So after you have done that, so the inclined line, it meets the horizontal line that comes out from here at this point. Then it meets the horizontal line that comes out from here at this point. And then horizontal line from here, it meets at this point. So look at what we have here. Here we have, but here we have, this is this point contains 1 and 4. This point contains 2 and 3, and this point contains 5 and 6. Okay, so now the next thing we are going to do is that from this point here, draw a vertical line. Draw a vertical line. This is a center line, but we are going to see, because this is a corner. we are going to see this corner, and this corner. So we have to make it a thick line, a thick continuous line. Then here you also draw a vertical line. Now, having done this, so I'm going to do the numbering here again because we need it. So this is, so before that, this is the base. This is the base. I want to bring out the base. So this is the base of the object. So we are going to see it as a straight line here. Alright, so this point is 0.2 and 0.3. This is 0.1 and 4. And this is 0.5 and 6. Alright, pay attention to how I'm going to locate this point here. Alright, so if you look at what we have here, let's get 0.1. This is line 1 and 4 going like this vertically, and this is 0.1 going horizontal. So this point here, this point is 0.1. Okay, then for 4, you just need to follow this horizontal line going in this direction. So this is 0.4 here because we have 1 and 4 on this line. So this is 0.4. So we have located 0.1 and 4. Next, we want to locate point 2 and 3. So for 0.2, so this vertical line contains 2 and 3 like this. Then this is 0.2 and 6. So if I move like this on this horizontal line, this will give me 0.2. This is 0.2. Then for 0.3, this line, this vertical line still contains 2 and 3. Then if I move like this, this is 0.3 and 5. If I go horizontal like this point is 0.3. Then for 0.5, this line contains 5 and 6. If I go up like this and I move from here, this line contains 3 and 5. So if I go horizontal like this, so this point will be 0.5. And then this contains 2 and 6. If I go horizontal like this point is 0.6. Alright, so I have the 6 points. So the next thing I need to do is to join them together. I join them together. So we join 3, 4, then we join 4, 5 together with a straight line. Next, we join 5, 6 together. So we join 1, 6 together. Then we join 2, 3 together. And then we join 1 and 2 together with a straight line. So there is it. Alright, so because the object is a solid object, so this corner we are going to see this corner, so we make it a thick line. So we also make this a thick line, and then we also make this one a thick line. So because the object is a solid object, so we are going to have a rough surface here. So to do that, so we also have to draw hatching lines on the surface with our 45 degrees set square. So the lines should be parallel to each other and they should be equally spaced. Okay. All right. So there is it. So there is it. So the next thing that we are going to do is to draw the true shape. That's the next thing that we want to do. We want to draw the true shape. So look at how that is going to be done. All right, so for us to produce the true shape, we need to do something. What we need to do is that we need to draw perpendicular lines to each of these points, line that will be at right angle to each of these points. So how can you do that? Since the cutting plane is inclined at an angle 30 degrees, so for you to produce an inclined, for you to produce a perpendicular line to each of these points, what you need to do is to make use of the 60-degree side of your set square, because 30 plus 60 will give us 90. So just take the 60-degree side of your set square. There is it. So set it like this. So bring it to this point and draw a line. So this line is at a right angle to that point. Then you also draw it here. This is a center line. Then, so you also draw it here. The last one is this. So draw this. Alright, so having done this, the next thing that we are going to do is that with the 30-degree side of your set square, draw a parallel line to this cutting plane YY. Just move away a little bit. So make sure you have enough space on this side. We need that space. Then you draw this line. So this point, if you follow this line, this is line 1. So this point is point 1. This is point 1. And then if you follow this line, this is point 4. Alright, so the next thing that you need to do is this. So we need to locate point 2, 6 and 0.35. So we need to locate them. So the next thing we are going to do here is that, so take your compass, so just take this distance from here to here, the distance from this point, from this center here to this point, just take it like this. So take it like this. Okay, so this is line 2 and 6. So put the pinpoint of your compass at this point here. This is the middle point. So put the pinpoint of your compass at this point, make an arc here, and then you make an arc here. Then with the same radius, put it at this point here on line 3 and 5. Put it at this point and you make an arc here, then you make an arc here. So now, so this is point 2. Okay, so this is point 2. Okay, so this is the point 2. So that's point 2. This is point 3. So this is point 5, and this is point 6. Okay, so the next thing is we join them together. So join them together with straight lines. So what you need to do is to practice it. So you need to practice it, and you not forget it. So you not forget it. All right, we're almost done. Okay, so the next thing we are going to do is to produce arching lines on the surface with the use of our 45-degree set square. So I quickly do this. All right, so the work has been done. So I've arched the surface, the same method that we use for arching this and for arching this is what I use with my 45-degree set square. So this is the true shape, this is the end view, and this is the plan. So we have answered the question, and the question carries 12 marks. So once you are done with this, that means the work is completed. So subscribe, as I said, to my YouTube channel. Share these videos with friends who are technical drawing students in your school or other schools, and then like the channel and keep on watching my videos and keep on practicing. You need to practice it so that you can master it as I've mastered it, and you'll be able to do it better than I do. Thank you for watching and for listening. God bless you.